Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, we made it. We made it to Tuesday. Tuesday lose day. Anybody feeling hungover from their Monday activities? Monday's such a big day for me. I volunteer at the library. We run errands. I don't know. By the time I get home, I'm like, I need another weekend. After Monday, I need another weekend. So I'm here. I'm a little late, and I was going to skip totally. Ain't gonna lie. I was going to skip totally, but then I realized how much work we had to do with these 105 laws of the universe. We're on 23 today, and no kidding you, it's a whole page long. It's one of the longest ones I have to read. Ugh, I know. I know. Just end this podcast now. Turn around. I don't know if any of us want to actually do this. And then I thought, since it's Tuesday and hashtag Tuesday Tarot is so fun to say, we'll pull a fool. We'll pull a fool? Hey, maybe we'll pull the fool. We're going to pull a few cards from the Herbal Tarot deck just to kind of see what comes up on Tuesday Tarot. But I just have to talk about myself for a minute. It is really interesting to me how you can kind of lay to rest one issue and then as soon as you're like, okay, good, that's pretty much solved, that feels pretty good, and then it's like the next one in line gets bumped up. Oh, okay, well, now that you're done being in crisis mode with your marital relationship, how about now let's work on this other stuff? And so interestingly, it's just so interesting to me. And when I say interesting, I mean effed up as all get out. Yesterday I did the podcast, and then before lunch at some point it occurs to me that I am really about done not having any money. Really, another day, another dollar. Can't even say that yet with the podcast. Another day, another 73 cents, I think I can say. But that's not nothing, that's not nothing. I have a weekend job, which earns me about $60. $60 a week is, not quite enough for me. So, I found myself getting on the website, and I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I was putting in my application for a job at Dollar Tree. I know, right? It just seems like an okay place to work locally, not too much pressure, and of course it goes against a lot of my belief systems, like selling cheap plastic crap from China. But it does have windows in the store, and the people that work there would be all right to work with. So anyways, it was been kind of an emotional day for me because, being a homemaker for 17 years, to think about leaving my family for the evenings, most evenings, is sad. But then at the same time, I think, well, if I could have $125 extra a week, because there's food I would like to be eating. And I mean, granted, my husband pays all the real bills, but, it would be nice to contribute to this or that, get the septic pumped. I don't know, order some books, order some herbs. There's a lot of herbs that I want that I do not grow in my backyard, like astragalus root, licorice root, hops, oat straw. I have a list, And not only that, it's just I'm going to need a new vehicle. and all this. So anyways, I put in my application. We'll see. But I ain't gonna lie, like, it totally made me sad. My youngest daughter, who's 10 and a half, definitely does not want me gone in the evenings, but she also wants clothes from Old Navy. So, I mean, pick and choose, honey. So anyways, I'll see if I get it or what happens there. But yeah, so my point is, it brought up a lot of issues that I have with money, with a lack consciousness, with not having enough, and with, for whatever reason, not being able to manifest money with the projects that are near and dear to my heart, which makes me question everything, which makes me question all the guides that come through to me, all the guidance. It makes me question my intuition. It makes me question, like, everything. It makes me question the laws of the universe. It makes me question the whole, like, follow your bliss and follow your passion, you'll be on the right path. Okay, well, why can't my path pay for me to have a pair of sneakers? Like, I don't even have proper shoes, you know? Like, I'm really pissed off at my guides, to tell you the truth, because I feel like they let me down and they set me up just to fail all the time, you know? Like, they encouraged me to do the podcast Herbal Marie, and in itself, it's been a success. It has almost 12,000 plays now. It's almost a year old. So people are listening, but yet nobody really likes it enough to be my patron, or, you know what I mean? Like, of the 200 or 300 people that regularly listen, 20 of them think that it's worth $1. Like, what the hell, guys? Like, I'm glad I'm doing good work. You know, I'm glad I'm inspiring people and people are listening in and learning a lot. But when is the universe gonna back me up financially? So as my marital stuff gets, you know, in a okay place, then it's like, okay, now it's time to deal with this hex or block or whatever, this pattern that I have with money and being screwed out of money. Like, that has happened to me a lot. Like, I literally got screwed out of like $60,000 worth of inheritance. And like, I just have these things, and then that have happened. And then it's interesting to me that I'm like, okay, well, I apparently, according to the laws of the universe, have created this, knowingly or unknowingly. Like, this is of my own creation or of my own attraction. And so that's, I think, a big motivator for me, like, to understand, like, why do I keep miscreating? Why do I keep allowing, I guess it must all boil down to a lack of self-worth. Like, why am I not vibrationally worthy of money, of success? Well, like, I have success, but I don't have money. Like, what the hell's up with that? I mean, but I don't feel like it's success. But on the outside, it does look like everything that I do a good job at, and it's a positive thing. But I'm just like, come on, guys. Like, what the hell? Like, are you steering me wrong? Like, should I even be listening to you? So the part of me is just kind of like given up in a little bit of a sense, and part of me is pissed off enough to go get a job that takes me away from my family. But, you know, then it's like, they're not really seeing me in the evening anyways. They're all doing their own thing. So in a lot of sense, it's like not a big deal, but it is to me too, kind of, because I really wanted, you know, for my projects to be successful enough that financially it proved it, you know, like, on so many levels too, not just because, like, money is valuable, but, you know, like, you know, when people look at you on the outside, they're like, oh, there she is, just shuffling her cards. What a waste of time. Like, I literally don't even have the, like, if financially it returned back to me, I could be like, look, it's not a waste of time. But, but at this point in time, they are all right. Like, I guess I have been wasting my time for years financially. However, spiritually, it's been really good. But I sort of have hit this negative, oh, I just saw a hummingbird. Look in the window. Hi. um, but I sort of have like hit this little notch in the road in my spiritual path that's sort of like, oh, here's all my negativities that have been um, accumulating when it comes to money. So, anyways, I don't know. Did the law of economy trigger this yesterday? That's what we did yesterday. It was the law of economy, and my notes that I wrote says causes matter always to flow the line of least resistance, governs matter, opposite pole of spirit, initiates must master this law before they can achieve liberation or enlightenment. So that's what we did yesterday, the law of economy. And then, yeah, my own personal economics have decided to step up and be like, we are not satisfied. Yeah, we are not satisfied. So I don't know. We'll see. I like to keep you abreast on all my decisions, even though tomorrow, like, I might be like, I'm not leaving this house. But really, like, I feel like I should. Like, I also feel like if I just sit around in the evening and my husband's here all evening and he's worried about money, like at some point we're just going to fall back into like the problem that issue of that. So it's like something does have to change, and I'm getting all these change cards. So I think I'm going to pursue this a little bit. We'll see. We will see if I'm even good enough for Dollar Tree. Oh, it's so bad today. Where is it? I need to look up the astrology and see where everything's at today, because yeah, things feel a little rough. So yesterday was the law of economy, and today is law number 23, the law of economy of force. So I guess it's a spin-off, a very long spin-off, the law of economy of force. And yeah, it's really long. So let's go, everybody, let's go get something warm to drink right now. I'm going to go refill my dandelion root tea, and then we'll just listen to it. And then if we just all want to spit on it and flip it off, we can do that. And then we'll pull a couple tarot cards. Sound like a plan? Yeah, I definitely needed to take a drink before I read this whole big law of economy of force. And yeah, let's see if this helps alleviate my money issues today, because money issues do suck. They really do. And they were definitely aggravated in me big time this week, like taking the girls shopping at Old Navy. They did have fun, but during the checkout, did I tell you this? During the checkout, they're like, can we have some gummy bunnies? Like there was Annie's organic gummy bunnies. And I was like, yeah, get a couple packs, thinking they were like $1 or $2, maybe $2 each. They were $4 each. So I spent an extra $12 on these little snacks. And I was like, oh my God, like I just felt robbed, you know? Like I didn't really notice it till after I checked out. So they were already eating them. But it was just like, oh my gosh, like there's just been these like little money things that have gotten under my skin today. Like, okay, like I made my $60 this Saturday cleaning my offices, and then I had to buy groceries, and we went to the Benton Dent and spent $30 there, which actually when I checked out it was $30.50, and I didn't have the 50 cents, and the lady was just like, it's okay, you can give it to me next time since I'm a regular. But that sucked that I didn't have 50 cents needed for my order, and I had to like be like, I now I have an IOU to the Benton Dent for 50 cents. Okay, so anyways, and then tonight I was going to go take a yoga class. Well, I don't have $10 now because, yeah, I had to feed the kids. So it's just like little stuff like that this week that's like, I don't know, like whenever you're starting to feel hindered, like, oh, I would have liked to take a yoga class tonight, but, you know, and $10 is kind of a lot for me, you know, so it was a treat. Like, I'm not going to do it all the time, like, but I would like to take at least one class, you know, because I met the lady and she was so nice. But yeah, it's like the money, it's Tuesday and all my money's gone. So it's like, yeah, that's, I guess, what prompted me to fill out an application to get a part-time job. All right. And if you're a working individual, you're probably like, yeah, bitch, go get a fucking job. We all have one, you know? But I'm struggling here because I thought that I could manifest, by following my dreams and my passion, like all my inspirational books said. And so now I'm just a little angry at all my guides. All right, so anyways, let's read. The law of economy of force. One of the three major laws, the activity aspect. This is the law which adjusts all that concerns the material and spiritual evolution of the cosmos to the best possible advantage and with the least expenditure of force. It is the law of the physical atom and makes perfect each atom of time and each eternal period, and carries all onward and upward and through, with the least possible effort, with the proper adjustment of equilibrium, and with the necessary rate of rhythm. Unevenness of rhythm is really an illusion of time and does not exist in the cosmic center. We need to ponder on this, for it holds the secret of peace, and we need to grasp the significance of that word through, for it describes the next racial expansion of consciousness and has a hidden meaning. The person who aims at providing a point of contact between conditions of chaos and those who work for constructive ends and order should likewise use that most necessary factor of common sense in all that he does. This involves always obedience to the law of economy of force, due to discrimination and a true sense of values. Where these are present, time will be economized. Energy will be wisely distributed. Excessive zeal will be eliminated. And the great ones will be able to depend upon an aspirant's sagacity and thus find a helper. The end. Okay. I told you that was long. I tried to read it really slow so I wouldn't have to go back and reread things. I tried to let it sink in. So it's basically you have to go with this law of economy of force, which is it tries to make the least possible effort because it just goes with the flow pretty much. But if you can follow this law, you can be an aspirant who's going to help a lot of the stuffs. Yeah, that's basically what I took away from that. Yeah, okay, so push pause and rewind if you need to listen to all that again, which I probably do. But yeah, just more about how things are, the universe really has a perfect peaceful pace. It doesn't really need to be rushed or slowed down or stagnant. That's kind of an illusion of time. But yeah, so we need to ponder all this because it holds the secret of peace and all that. So anyways, that's the law of economy of force. I don't know. Who cares? The next couple laws are really long like this. The one tomorrow is also, it seems like it might even be, it is longer. Yeah, and then we get some shorter laws. So yeah, we're just going to go through them because I said I would. And that's the thing. If I say I'm going to do something, I pretty much usually do it. And I usually follow through. So yeah, we will be going through all the laws. Hey, whether they make a big impact on us or not, that'll be up to us to decide. All right, so let's just pull a couple cards and then I can continue on my grumpy day. Ugh, I need to reread my Course in Miracles lesson 2. With that, I'm on lesson number 198, and it's a good one today. The lesson today is only my condemnation injures me. So I have to understand that right now, it's only my judgment towards this topic that's a problem, that brings me down. It really is. But I just feel like, being honest to myself, how I'm truly feeling. Honestly, I am just disgusted with my guides and my guidance system. Like, knock, 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 are you freaking broke? Yeah, I actually am. But I mean, like, are you even working? Like, why is my guidance system so broke? That is funny that I said that like that. Why is my guidance system so broke? Oh my God. And as I'm saying this, a card does fly out. Let's see what it is. It's 4 of Swords with mullein. And I've been seeing mullein everywhere as I'm driving by. I love it so much. I wish I could see it in a place where it would be good to actually harvest it. Like along the roadside is not a good place to get your harvest on ever, because they spray pesticides once a year, definitely heavily around here along the roadsides, plus automotive toxins or whatever. But mullein, I love mullein tea. You got to double strain it because of all the little hairs. But it's a great tea. You can make an ear oil with the flowers. So with the 4 of Swords, this dude is taking a nap alongside the rock, loosely holding one sword, and then he has the other 3 swords just above him. Oh, that's funny. That's funny because, I was thinking of another lesson of the Course in Miracles this week that's basically like anytime we judge or point the sword of condemnation at anybody else, we actually have more swords above our head ready to drop on us. That's why it doesn't feel good. Like as we accuse another, it's coming right back at us energetically. And so as I get bitchy about money and my guidance system and my guides, my half-ass guides, and I've got all these other swords just right above my head ready to drop on me. And so anyways, this guy also looks like he's tired, which I can relate to. So first we have mullein coming in. All right, so we're tired of earth life and manifesting and not manifesting and not having enough. Even though I do have enough, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Like if my husband's still stressing about money, we don't have enough. Even though I have enough, but I don't have enough. I know I'm rambling here. All right, so anyways, give us another card, another herb about why we're so broke. Oh, we got 2 cards, why we're so broke. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups, which is Trillium, which is actually a really fun card. And it came in with 5 of Wands, which is reversed, upside down, which is turmeric. And we kind of got this card the other day. It's about uniting differences and kind of has all the different hands of the nations with their wands up in the air. So why are we so broke? Why are we so broke? Like Trillium kind of makes me feel like, maybe there was some unnecessary spending. Maybe there's things that like had you have not purchased like that last set of herb books or that last dozen of oracle decks, like hello, you would have more money. So maybe that's kind of like a message, like where are you spending money that you didn't really need to? Like, $12 for gummy bears or gummy bunnies. I don't care if they were organic and blessed by a rabbi. Like, how do you get off charging that much for some gelatin, And yeah, it's like stuff like that maybe. But Five of Wands, I don't know. Like, is that the energy? Something's not united within me. Like I definitely feel unsupported. Like maybe there is that like turmeric and Five of Wands is all about different people coming together in alliances and yeah, like so yeah, like I do have this long-term, long-standing not being taken care of vibration. Like seriously being screwed out of my inheritance from my grandmother on my father's side. Um, that was a big like, yeah, these people do not have your back apparently. And there's a big long story like with that, like why I was on the outskirts, you know. Um, I did not keep in touch with that family because of my father. My father was super abusive and violent to my mother. So out of respect, I didn't keep in touch with him. But so like in a lot of ways, like I feel like my grandmother was justified, you know, to not include me, even though I was the oldest grandchild, and they did ruin my childhood. They should have sent some money to me a little bit, maybe not. I don't know. So, anyways, but that did put in like, you know, a vibration of not being united within my own relations. And even on like my mother's side, where everyone is nicey, right, for the most part. And my aunts are super generous and stuff, but in the larger picture of that family, like there is a big divided, not diverse, it's divided in that family. And yeah, like we have some cousins who are doing extremely well, and when you see them, we're all nicey nice to each other's face, but we're not friends. They don't, you know, share the wealth, or even like for instance, like my one cousin has horses. Like I would love to ride a freaking horse. Like I love horses. I've never been invited to her house. But yet when she sees me, she's so nice. I just want to slap her across her face, you know? Um, but it's like, so there is this family money thing that I didn't really think about until just now. Thank you, turmeric. That it's like anytime I cast a little resentment towards them, I go back to being that Mullen. I go back to being the Four of Swords. When it just, I cast out a little judgment to them, right? But then three more swords get cast back at me, because that's just the way energy works. So another message that I'm hearing from Trillium with the Three of Cups is that, you know, I really do have to remember to be thankful for what I do have. You know, celebrate the blessings. And I mean, I am blessed. Please don't think that I am like sleeping in a cardboard box. Like, I live in a very nice house it is falling apart because nobody wants to take care of it. Dear husband. But it's nice. You know, like I have nice things. Like, I don't have a lot of things, but that's because I feel like really drawn to minimalism, you know? But yeah, the things that I do have are okay, but compared to a lot of the world, I'm doing just fine. So yeah, like maybe Three of Cups is like, could you take a little time to celebrate the fact that like your pantry is full, and, you know, I'm not in debt. Personally, I am not in debt. The house, we own the house and the vehicle, and my husband has a bunch of credit cards, but I don't have any, you know, like I've gotten that cleaned up pretty good. So it's like, good job, Sadie Marie. Like we should maybe celebrate that a little bit more. All right. So looking forward, thank you, turmeric, though, for showing me that, I do have that rut. It's like a ditch in my family energy. Yeah, like I definitely do have that, you know. And even like with my own mother, like my mother, she supports my sister financially 100%. But me, I have to, if she gives me any money, like I have to work for it. Like I literally have to like be her employee to get the money. Do you know? So there's a lot of like things that like I definitely can identify why my money life is so not flowing, you know, because a lot of times like I'm aware of the what's the word? It means like not fair. I'm aware of I can't think of the word, but yeah, it means like not fair and it's not equal. And yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. All right, while I was shuffling, the Ace of Pentacles fell out of the deck. It literally fell out into my lap, and it's whole grains. That's what's on the Ace of Pentacle. It's this long walkway into an arched, well, there's a wall, but there's an archway that you can keep on walking through. So that's hopeful, because anytime you see an archway, it's like entering a new way of thought, entering a portal, you know, making a decision to move forward. That's what it makes me think of. So this is always a card, though, that brings up some issues, because I've had so many different dietary changes. Like I've questioned like whether whole grains are right for me or not. Like, should we be eating wheat? So when this card comes up, it always challenges that as well. Although lately I'm like thinking maybe they're not so bad, you know, like they keep us from starving and I can bake with them. So whole grains, Ace of Pentacles. I want to look that up. That'll be our final card. And I'm going to look that up, because that's like our card moving forward. Like, really, what's the advice here? How can this be made better for me? Yeah, so that's why I thought to myself, you know what? You don't need to sit at home and feel like no one's taking care of you and feel like the universe is falling short on you again and again and again. It's just like, okay, I think I may have mentioned this before, but like the universe just doesn't follow through with my money. Like I have several apps that I have either done live streams or like my old YouTube channel. Like there used to be ads on it, but I made enough money. Like I made money with both of those, but each of them are only halfway to the point where you're allowed to cash out. So that's very frustrating to me. Like I made money with it, but not enough money to actually get the money. Like I think the YouTube ads, you have to like, I think it has to be like $100 before you cash out. So like I have like $50 or $60 just sitting there. Like it's your money, but you can't have it yet because it's not enough. Same thing with the app Live Me. I did some broadcasts on there. I'm about halfway to the point of being able to cash out, you know? Like it's yours, but you can't have it. So isn't that interesting? I have two of those types of situations where you made it, but you don't have enough to cash out. And then, you know, YouTube then changed its policies, and I can't even have ads on my videos anymore because I don't have enough watch minutes. Like I have plenty of subscribers. I have like 1,300 subscribers, but they don't watch, like my videos aren't long enough. They don't watch enough. Like the channel's just kind of dead. So I don't know if I will ever be able to get my ads, my monetization back. I know it needs an act of God to come back to life. So anyways, so bitchy, so moany, so sorry for being like this, but this is where I'm at today, and really looking to clean up this money. So the path of least resistance to me kind of almost did feel like, well, then go get a job. Quit bitching, go get a job then, you know? Like it was just like, okay. And I got online to see if you could apply online, and there was a way, and I did. So Anyways, let's read the Ace of Pentacles. I don't even care about the other cards. No, I do. I do, but I'm looking for the solution. So the Ace of Pentacles is root power of earth. And yeah, there is a hand holding, okay, like in the clouds, there's this huge, above the path, there's this huge, huge hand holding, lovingly holding a pentacle, the earth element. There is a pathway through the arch. And the path to living in balance with nature and with the inner self is open to whoever wants to follow it. We must live our truths, right? Walk our talk. Yeah, I'm trying to walk my talk. We must seek a balance with our families, our actions, our work, our foods, our bodies, and our words. We must nurture ourselves and accept the nurturing that is available to us on all levels of body, mind, spirit. In re-evaluating and letting go of any non-supportive situations or habits, we may notice that feelings of heaviness and spiritual lassitude will begin to be released. One's desires should not be ignored, nor should one become a slave to them. Work at weeding out desires that are empty and unsubstantial, and support those that nourish on a deep level. Just as nature throws her seeds out with desires to expand and flourish, we too must be willing to plant our visions, nurture them, and watch them flourish. So yeah, that is a big thing for me this week. Like, I have planted many seeds. Like, the work that I have done, on a spiritual level, on, outreach level over the last years has been so huge. And I'm kind of tired nourishing them. Like, I'm so tired selling myself for my podcast, Herbal Marie. Like, I feel like it's killing me to try to sell myself. So I think I'm actually going to stop selling myself. Like, I'm going to minimize what I appreciate. The 20 people. I appreciate the 20 patrons so much. Like, thank you for showing up. But like my outro for Herbal Marie right now is trying to sell the patron page so hard, and you get this and you get that, and you can vote on topics, and I'll do a podcast for you and a patron only newsletter. And it's like, why am I going to such efforts? Like, I almost feel like the patron page should be like, yo, if you want the fucking downloads, here they are, pay $1. Like, I'm just so sick of selling myself. That's how I feel. So yeah, like, I have planted these seeds, and if they want to blossom, go ahead. But I just almost feel like it's not even good for me anymore to keep trying to sell it. And yeah, it's taken away like energy that I could actually be like putting into my research for the podcast. Like, I'm not going to quit the podcast. Like I have a commitment there. Like, I have a list of herbs that I want to do. I want to do all the tarot ones. Like, I still have like 70 more podcasts just with that. And I want to, I guess, do some more ailments, but like maybe just remove the fluff. Like, I just am not going to keep giving people my energy on that podcast if they don't appreciate it, And, yeah, so I do want to watch them flourish. I do want to nourish them, but what kind of seeds have I been planting? Like lotus seeds? Like, are they dormant for 1,000 years before they germinate? It's like, dang. All right, so let's see here. Let's see if the whole grains can give us any insight. So the key words for this card are nurturing the self and others, taking care of legitimate desires, evaluating the opportunities that present themselves, need to eat well, sleep well, and enjoy the fruits of life. need to get blockages and denials out of the way. Time to create a new balance. Yeah, time to create a new balance. And yeah, I guess like I've just been planting seeds and like waiting for them to germinate and waiting for the money to come to me. And I guess like now it just feels right to go out and get the money. Like, well, I'll just go get the money there. It won't be like it'll take longer to make like than I do when I'm cleaning, but there's no other cleaning jobs that have come up to me. And so instead of making $20 an hour under the table, I'll go and make almost nothing with being legit. But it will add up. It will add up. And yeah, like if people want to support the podcast, whatever, like they can if they want the downloads. But yeah, I just feel like, and I might lose the 20 patrons that I have now by maybe not jumping through so many hoops for them. But it's like, hey, it's $20. It's like my self-worth is so fragile right now that I just feel like it might be beneficial to the balance of me to quit trying to sell myself. Like, obviously, people don't want what you're selling. And that's not going to stop me from continually to do it. But emotionally, I think I need to detach for my own well-being, I think. So the affirmation is, with wisdom and intuition, I willingly nurture and honor my inner needs and desires. With wisdom and intuition, I willingly nurture and honor my inner needs and desires. So, yeah, maybe I need to try some whole grains. We'll see. Work at being grounded and present for sure. Live in the now of your life and honor yourself in all ways. Absolutely. Boo. Abundance flows to you and through you. That's what whole grain says. Yeah, so I hear. So I freaking hear. Abundance flows to you and through you. Yep, that's what everybody's been saying for years and years and years. I just would like you to prove it a little bit more. So yeah, what do I need to do then? Let's see. Let's read the dose and preparation. When we nourish ourselves on all levels, then we will feel more grounded and centered. When we fill ourselves with empty experiences, feelings, or foods, we eventually become lethargic in body, mind, spirit. So yeah, these whole grains, whether we eat them or carry them in a pouch to remind us, she wants to remind us of the nourishment we need and the nourishing ways the earth has. She wants you to be nurtured and nourished on all levels. So yeah, I mean, like my state of mind today, my energetic state, it is just that I'm not balanced apparently. It's not a balanced playing field. It's not a balanced in and out flow. Like, so yeah, big message to get balanced to receive the nourishment, to receive the abundance. All right, I want to go over to Four of Swords now. Because when the whole grain said, like, we can start to feel lethargic and tired if we're imbalanced. Well, obviously that dude on the Four of Swords is really, really tired. Like, he could just sleep. Oh my gosh. After much disharmony, excessive thinking, and restlessness, the man has set down his sword and is taking a breather. It is time to be calm, to rest and recuperate in order to regain inner strength, reorganize thoughts, and make new plans. This may be a good time to seek guidance spiritually, financially, or otherwise. This is not a time to be scattered and disorganized, but instead one must strive to be grounded, and to understand the boundaries and forms by which one must live. So yesterday was all about boundaries with Yarrow, and here we are being reminded to understand the boundaries and forms by which one must live. If there is a feeling of being repressed or restricted, yes, it is best to look to the inner realities by which one lives to see where the self is not allowed freedom of positive expression. Yeah, I mean, so I like quit doing my live broadcasts on my YouTube channel because it was like no one was donating and my ego was getting like, just listen, girl, this is a waste of your time. However, my heart loves to do it. And that's why I did it for so long, for so free. Like, I did it for free for so long because my heart loves to pull oracle cards. It loves to get messages. It loves to feel that energy flow. Like, that is the true wealth of the heart. But my ego is like, got so resentful of the people who would come back again and again and just take advantage of my time and take my free reading and never once donate anything. Not $1, not $5, not nothing. Even though in the rest of their life they pay for everything, right? They willingly pay for everything in the rest of their life. They never, even though I had my donation button out there and I had a page where they could do that, they just didn't. And then I just got so resentful. Aw. Yeah, but anyways, my point is that freedom of positive expression, like the real suffering is not broadcasting. The real suffering is not letting that energy flow to me. The real suffering is not pulling cards for people because I love it so much. And like, I love it so much that every once in a while I have to do it for free because I just need that experience. I've pulled cards for free on this podcast and that was free. If I say it's free, I guess it's free, you know? It is free. It was free. I'm not looking for anything from this podcast. Like, this is my podcast to be like, just quit looking for the return already and figure out your shit. You know, like figure out why you keep doing this and why it's such an issue. So yeah, this is my psychotherapy podcast apparently. But anyways, not having those broadcasts really lowered my energy and did not help anything out, you know? So I know eventually I'm going to have to get back to doing broadcasts. But, you know, the other thing is tying straight into money right away. Like, I don't have a light now to do my broadcast. So I really, if I am going to ever do it, like, I need a ring light. And because I don't have good lighting. And that just helps, you know, you look like a human being so much more. But, so yeah, that's money. That's $50. You know, and it's like, well, I can't really justify spending $50 on broadcasts that make me zero. You know, like there I keep going into debt just to pursue, I guess, my hobby. Like, and that's the other thing. Like, it's like I felt like for so long it was my calling, you know, to interact with people and to show my face. And like, that was what I was spiritually being asked to do. But now it's just like, yeah, well, if you want to keep playing with your oracle cards, I guess you have to reduce it down and just call it a hobby. So anyways, let's see what Mullen has to say. Just take a breath with Mullen. Spiritually, Mullen can help one to take a breather after much struggle and conflict. It will open the lungs and allow the life breath to flow in more easily, and allow toxins such as negative thoughts to be exhaled and released. So obviously this is why I got this card first. Oh, just let it out. I'm trying. So, exhaling and releasing the negative thoughts makes me dizzy. It's really fun to take in more oxygen when you have been shallow breathing. It's like a free high. So, a little dizzy high. So, yeah, I'm out of mullein. I don't have any mullein right now. It is so delicious. And I love mullein and plantain together as a tea. That's really good. Like, that really helps you get rid of gunk because they're both expelling, get rid of the mucus, get rid of the negativity. Mullein and plantain just really strain it so good. So the key words are a need to retreat and regroup, a need to rest, create more clarity and form, get advice and information. So I give myself the time to rest and recuperate, and I am open to the guidance that comes towards me. I give myself the time to rest and recuperate, and I am open to the guidance that comes toward me. Even though the guidance has totally sucked up until this point, from a financial point, yeah, like I'm still open to the guidance coming in. And yeah, resting and recuperating and getting another cup of dandelion tea sounds like a good idea to me. All right, so we better wrap it up here. Good Lord. Let's look at turmeric just real quick. So the turmeric keywords with all those wands, it came in reversed. It's all about opposition, strife, suppression, disagreement, conflict, need to look inward for the conflict that is manifested as an outward occurrence. So yeah, it's like all my resentments, my money resentments, my money wounds, the moments that like definitely I've held inside of me, that's obviously what is continually manifesting or tripping up my manifestations, so I have to really go inside and do that inner work and understand that that is what is creating my lack. Yeah, so turmeric says, when one feels a lack of strength and spiritual power, this herb will fortify and create an inner stirring of strength. For those whose energy is aggressive and argumentative, it will clear this energy and create the space for a new and healthier viewpoint to grow. Yeah, that's what needs to come about. Like, I need to get my positive pants on. I need to put on my positive pants and get a different viewpoint going on, and get my strength kind of, and quit fighting the conflict and war in my head about money and about the inequality or unfairness that I have experienced with it. And I know that whenever I judge somebody outside of me, it's coming right back at me. So I totally get that. And any problem outside of me, I do understand it is linked to my inner reality. So the affirmation from turmeric is: anger is the measure of fear. Love is the measure of faith. Anger is the measure of fear. Love is the measure of faith. So, yep, got a problem. We have an answer. It's called more love. It's always that, isn't it? Got a problem? Answer, more love, more love, more love, more understanding, and all that. So, gonna end with the Three of Cups, with the Trillium, with these beautiful little fairy ladies that are dancing under the Trillium with their cups in the air. Let's see here. If the purpose of life is the attainment of mystical God awareness, such awareness comes closest in moments of unconditional love, self-acceptance, peace, and the pure joy and happiness depicted in this card. Yeah, they really are just, the three muses dance in life-affirming joy. Here, life celebrates itself. There can be no greater tribute to life, no greater reason for living than the joy of pure being. And yeah, I guess that's what I really need to get back to. Like doing things just because they do make me happy and enjoying myself. And maybe that is then I do need to reevaluate my commitments and doing it for me needs to maybe be on the tip of my tongue. So Trillium represents that quality within each of us which imparts value in life. It symbolizes all that we are inclined to nurture and protect. It fosters within us our ability to give birth to spontaneous joy with life. So interesting. So the keywords are joy, celebration, friendship, dance of life, guard against taking things too seriously. So maybe just lighten up a little bit today. Find the joy in wherever I'm at. It really doesn't matter. Like, I know I do have the potential to access joy in every moment and enjoy myself. Enjoy. Get the joy inside of you. So, visualize yourself in a joyful participation with life. So whether I'm standing in front of the sink doing dishes, whether I'm at the cash register at Dollar Tree, whether I'm creating a podcast, see myself doing that with joy. If I'm out in the garden, which is literally falling apart, I have to pretty much plow down my entire garden area and start fresh, I think. It's really bad right now. See yourself with joy. So with joy, I embrace and welcome all that I have fostered and created. So with joy, I embrace and welcome all that I have fostered and created. So I really just need to take some time, look at my accomplishments. Maybe I don't realize how much I have done, and really go back and maybe get a little gratitude, a little appreciation going. Go ahead and do what I need to do. Hey girl, you do you. You want to get a job? Go get a job. You want to do this? Go do this. But really, let's do all things with joy. Let's get that balance. Let's get that nourishment. Let's just get that joyful anticipation going. Let's let go of the negativities. Breathe out. Breathe it out, girl. Get it out. Let Mullen help you to release and expel and really get back to being rested, recuperated, and finding your strength again. Mullen and turmeric are both about getting your strength back. Trillium wants you to stay in joy, and the whole grains with the Ace of Pentacles wants us to be balanced and nourished so that we can enjoy our life. So I love these 4 cards today. Sorry for being a negative Nelly, but hey, that's just the work that we do every damn day. Start where you're at and try to climb that emotional scale. Try to feel better and better. Be well and feel better. It's just like our natural thing to do. So anyways, on that note, thanks for letting me talk it out. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another ridiculously long Law of the Universe. Maybe at the end of it all, we'll be really glad that we did it. Who knows? We'll see.